Your Excellency, the chairman of this occasion, other excellencies here represented, Mr. Vice Chancellor, let me in a special way acknowledge His Royal Majesty, the Obi of Onitsha, Abugidi Igwe, other Royal Majesties in attendance, invited guests, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I bring you good tidings from Asaba. Asaba that is very, very close to Onitsha, on the other side of the divide. Asaba that is the capital of the Delta State. Asaba that was once the capital of Nigeria in the days of the Royal Niger Company. Asaba that is today the fastest growing capital city, not just in Nigeria, but in Africa south of the Sahara. I bring you good tidings from Asaba. Firstly, let me commend the university for conceptualizing this idea and also institutionalizing the World Igbo Center and Repository. Let me in a special way also mention that I also want to commend the university for establishing the annual Igbo Achebe lecture series. In the same vein, I congratulate His Royal Majesty Igbo Achebe for being a worthy beneficiary of this honor. More significantly, Your Royal Majesty, I applaud you for this well-researched and thought-provoking lecture, particularly tracing linkages of different parts of Igbo land. Many issues have been raised in the lecture, and I want to address them seriatim. Your Royal Majesty, I'm still worried that 7,000 years after, still a lot of hypotheses on Igbo history. A lot of hypotheses on Igbo history. I believe the time has come to resolve all this and to establish the truism of Igbo history. Perhaps that will be the beginning, as ably demonstrated in your lecture, that it will now go into the archives and form the beginning of this resolution that I've talked about. Your Royal Majesty, the lecture have highlighted the origin of Onitsha people and their linkages from Benin. It has also touched on the arrival of Christian missionaries to Onitsha and from there to Asaba. Indeed, Asaba Anglican Communion is celebrating 150 years of activity this year. So certainly it will be longer in Onitsha since they came over from Onitsha to Asaba. Your Royal Majesty, no doubt, your lecture grandly demonstrated the culture, the life of the people of Onitsha, how you resolve your disputes. Onitsha as a commercial nerve center, the urbanization and the cosmopolitan outlook of Onitsha. Your masquerades and title taking amongst so many others. I believe that will be a researcher's delight because you captured succinctly almost every facet of the people of Onitsha and their lifestyle. But Your Royal Majesty, their eyes as you clearly articulated, and laws as well of Onitsha. I listened attentively to see whether Your Royal Majesty will address either in depth or in passing the Ogwa O issue. But I believe Your Majesty cleverly avoided that, whether it is Onitsha Wobosi or Obosi Onitsha, that is yet to be resolved. Your Majesty, the laws also include how Onitsha people allow the high-rise buildings in Onitsha, the defacement of the architectural culture, and the takeover of their land by supposedly non-indigens. I believe that was when Onitsha lost it all. The people of Onitsha did not rise to the occasion at that point in time to regulate the way and manner non-indigens take over their land, and to find a way of restricting to a very large extent the laws governing the takeover or the purchase of land in Onitsha. Part of the laws will also include, of course, the drug nature taking place in Onitsha at this point in time, and the massive adulteration of drinks in Onitsha environment. For Your Royal Majesty, you've asked the question, how do we restore Onitsha? I believe this question can best be answered by Onitsha people. For me, it would appear that so much has gone wrong. But I know that from within the reservoir of knowledge and the resources available to Onitsha people, you stand a chance to restore Onitsha to its past glory and dignity. Your Royal Majesty, I was waiting for you to draw the link between Asaba and Onitsha. Perhaps that's why you invited me. But I didn't hear it. Before the war, there were a lot of intermarriages between Asaba and Onitsha people. Indeed, our people were questioning one another. That used to be the saying of our people. Your Majesty was silent on that. Of course, Your Majesty did not also dwell on the arrival of Mongo Park and the Landa brothers, those who came from afar to discover a people that have been living in a place for centuries. These are some of the fallacies of history, but we keep accommodating them. Asaba people rely solely on Onitsha market for sourcing of goods, and we still do. The only challenge we have is that we don't come to Onitsha market again on Mondays because of sit at home. We conceived the idea, and we are pushing that idea of the prospects of dredging the river Niger. And that will make Onitsha a hub for economic activity. And that will also flow into Asaba. On our own, we are pushing this idea through the Inland Waterways Authority in Abuja. And no doubt, if we succeed from the Asaba end, definitely Onitsha will stand to benefit. On the whole, I say that a befitting maiden lecture from a monarch scholar and corporate guru. I will urge all of us to read this lecture again and digest this appropriately. I congratulate you, Your Majesty. Thank you.